So then, hello there everybody and welcome back on in to the Overlord X YouTube channel here for a brand new video, as we actually have some brand new confirmed, by the way. Yes, this is completely confirmed as it is coming from Doc over on his Twitter, and just for a very mini introduction, as I'm sure you're all already aware, Doc is one of the current main writers for Ninjago, and he tends to answer questions a lot. Like, I'm talking a very frequent basis he answers questions. And, yeah, this was no different, as 3 days ago, as of the time of me recording today's video, a fan said the following. So, I'm just going to get straight into it. They said here, quote, "Could you please answer this one question? Which episode of Dragonsrising did you have the most fun writing?" And then, this is just like to start off, we do have some more information coming, which is like going to serve as the main portion of the video, but he actually answers and just says, Season 2, Episode 7, so of course this will be an episode that we will see next year in the year 2024, which on its own is super exciting. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. And now, obviously, this doesn't necessarily confirm that it's going to be, like, the best episode of all time, as, I mean, I don't even need to say it, but it's obviously opinion-based. His opinion on what was the most fun is entirely different, and when we watch this episode, I mean, for all we know, it could be bad, but, you know, again, it's all completely different person to person. It's all completely opinion-based, so that was that. If that was on its own, I wouldn't really have to make a video on this. Maybe a statement on my Twitter would be cool, you know, just kind of spreading the awareness around about this. But other than that, you know, there's nothing really video-worthy with that information alone. But then somebody went in and replied and said, quote, "Will there be sad moments or a sad episode?" Completely unrelated, this doesn't mean that episode 7, as he was mentioning before, is going to be the sad episode. And he just responds with, yes. And that's interesting, but again, that's not everything I wanted to talk about today, because for some reason, right, the Ninjago community has completely pounced on this for a different reason than you might expect. Because if you guys have been following the release of Ninjago seasons for, like, years now, I'd say a good few years, maybe even just since The Island, for example, because I remember when The Island was still, you know, when we hadn't had it released and it was leading up to the release of it, I do remember quite vividly Tommy Andreasen essentially saying that, you know, J fans should be scared. It's going to be sad, all of that kind of stuff, and Ninjago fans were completely scared for their lives, especially J fans. They were worried for the future of this character. We got The Island, and it ended up being completely overhyped. And I feel as though that kind of speaks for itself, because Ninjago fans tend to do this every single time. Not trying to act like the bigger, more intelligent person here, it's just something I've wanted to point out here today in a video, because this happens every single time for Ninjago, and I don't think there's any, like, legitimate reasoning to get, I don't know, upset over any of this, because again, at the end of the day, this happens every single time. It is the writer's job to get us as fans hyped. Not saying that Doc is intentionally lying, or he's going to deliver a very underwhelming episode that is going to be sad or whatever. I'm just saying that this thing happens every single time, more or less, so there's nothing to really get scared about at this point in time. We're still so early on, so at the end of the day, just look forward to it, and yeah, hopefully this episode really will be sad, because sad episodes in Ninjago always tend to be really great. But with all of this being said, guys, that is going to cover everything I did want to talk about in today's video. A little bit of a varied one, just discussing some of the recent information we have had released to us, but yeah, that's going to conclude things here, so hopefully you did actually end up enjoying this one. Now that I'm done talking, I encourage all of you to leave any of your own thoughts on this down below in the comment section. I would love to hear your own thoughts regarding all of this. If you did enjoy this video here, go ahead and leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel for more, and while you guys are down there, go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you can, of course, keep up to date on all things Ninjago here on my channel. And with all of this being said, guys, I will catch you all very soon for a new video, so see you all soon, and goodbye, everybody.